and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks.
Hey beautiful
A lawyer all
people,
my
you are
life.
welcome back to my
I
channel. If it's
studied
your first time, you are welcome.
law
My name is Becky, and do
at
not
the
forget to
University of
subscribe and
Peel
turn on my
in
notification
England.
bell. And to my returning
I
subscribers, I love you all.
got my
Thank you
first
so much
degree
for
of my
always
master's. I was at
checking
King's
on me and
College,
my
University of
channel. Yeah.
London.
Okay
Then I
guys, I
was
don't come with this net
called to
to
the English
rewind a
bar
grand
as
BBC
a barrister at law of
interview.
Lincoln's
In
Inn.
talk many things for this video,
First,
not be small. In talk about
as
he
a
life, how he
person
grow
solicitor
up,
in
he
UK,
background,
I
and
had many
also how
good
he meet
briefs
Regina Daniels. And
from
the
Nigerian
man talk
government,
say
from
for
American
him there is
government,
nothing
from
like dating. In all
uh,
his
Ghana
wife, he meet
government,
Regina Daniels 3 weeks before he
British
marry her.
government, from
Say
various
na so all
governments.
his wives, na
You
so
know,
him take
my
meet all of
focus
them.
at
He
some
go
point
just
were
meet them, and
just
after three
candidates.
weeks, he go
So when they
marry
work at that
them. I
level,
say, well, say he
you
not
can
believe in
determine your
dating
fees.
or having girlfriend. Then be say the
Yes,
money get he
I
just see
wasn't.
maybe say he
When I
like
was
before you know
working
he don't
for
marry
the
am.
masses,
Then they come
I
ask
was
am about
practically doing
marrying
that
another wife
either
for
on
the
legal aid
news
or
when they
for
fly up
nothing,
and down about he marry
just
another wife. He
supporting
say
people,
yes,
helping
say
people.
because he come from polygamous home,
But
he love children,
there are
and
lawyers and
he
there are
ready
lawyers.
to
It's not just
marry
about.
many wives. Say
Um,
Regina Daniel know of this. I say
Even though I
okay
still have
now
my
now
accounting
hear the
certificate,
matter
but
for
I don't go to
set.
court
In
anymore.
fact, he talk plenty things for
I
this
work as
video
a
guys. Make
consultant
I
now,
not continue to
just
dey
like
analyze
as
and
you know,
else. Make I just
even
leave una.
doctors at some point they
Make
become
una watch
consultants,
this video. Make una
which is
hear
what
from
I
the
do. So
horses smart.
as a
I ain't
consultant, I
using mouth.
determine my
They talk
fees.
many
But the
things
kind of
about
work
a
that I do
marriage.
are very
So guys,
specialized,
enjoy this video
and that is
and do not
why
forget to
I
leave your
can
comment for
determine
me
what I
down
get paid.
below.
Very few people
Thank
do what I do. Uh, for instance, the issues that led to Paris Club refunds has to do with loans taking over time and the repayment of those loans and the wrongful deductions or over deductions, as the case may be. Not every lawyer will have the benefit of knowing what was wrong in a country like Nigeria and then being able to take it to the Western world, challenging them in courts in UK, in America, in Austria, in France, in Switzerland. But if you know the level I was operating at that point in time, you know, you can imagine governors, governors of states, like Boni Haruna of Adamawa State, Nyame of Taraba State, uh, Governor Kure then of Niger State, Peter B of Anambra State, Elechi of Ebony, and so on and so forth. These are governors that were coming to my office in London, and we're going to court with them on these matters. So, and they were talking about huge matters, and I was at the forefront. You know, I gave them the confidence that all I needed was their support, their backing, to be able to stop the wrongful deductions. Because what was happening was sad. The fact that so many states' allocations were practically going towards servicing loans that had been overpaid over time. So we had to stop it. But I give thanks to Obasanjo as well, who listened to me. Obasanjo then, General Gusso, the National Security Advisor, then the General Abubakar, the Mohammed Abubakar, the Chief of Staff to the President then. So I had the support that I needed back home. And then coupled with the, you know, official support and backing by the governors. So we're able to get cracking. And my fee was not based on, my fees were determined by me at that point, because the states were not paying me. I told them it was a no win, no fee basis. So I was charging a percentage of whatever was recovered. The same thing when I also had to work for local governments. All the local governments across the country never took out any loans. They never did. And yet, the money due to them were subjected to first line charge deductions, where um, they were taking money from them as source to service loans that they didn't take. Yes, they did not take at all, not even benefiting from. They did not take, and so I felt that I could help them, and again, they didn't fund the litigation. They didn't know that it was possible to stop such deductions at source. But I told them, look, my work will do many things. First of all, it will stop these wrongful deductions, which it did. And secondly, it will refund all the previous wrongful deductions, which also happened. So if I was charging 20% as I did, they were happy. They were happy because this is like a windfall for them. They never thought there was this opportunity. And so it takes just being, it's not just about being a lawyer. It's also being at the right time, at the right place, and knowing what to do for the people. My programs have always been people-oriented. Regina, our marriage is solid. Our marriage is based on understanding and respect over time. I met her and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks. Yes, within 3 weeks. I married all my wives within some period. I don't believe in dating anybody to marry them. Don't date anybody you want to marry. Marry them. When you marry them, you begin to fall in love from within the marriage. You know, even in my own culture, as it were, as a kid in the 60s, people, they were not dating. They would marry. In arranged marriages, family to family, they choose a wife. And then most girls were expected to be virgins when they get married. And they build a family from there. And because they didn't know each other before they got married, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of learning to do. And but Regina and I is a story that is interesting because before I met her, I didn't know about her. I don't watch movies, never watch movies. I met her the first time when she came to my house with her mother and her siblings because my place in Delta is a tourist place. They came to look around and I liked her and that was it, you know. So whether I marry another wife or not, she knows it can happen. I come from a very polygamous environment myself. I love children, so I want more children. And she knows this, and my other wives, they also know it. So we'll see what happens in the future. You do everywhere. You do everywhere. That's why at night, you got a lot of them know zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. As na fabo ashawo. Obrako fa na facho ima ashawo. Obna economy they are doing good for them. These are the ills of the society now that but as one man, one woman. Before the advent of Christianity, our tradition Igbo tradition allow for many wives and children, of course. That determines the size of the wealth you have, isn't it, in those days? So you see an average Northerner marrying 2, 3, 4. They're helping the women. They're helping the society. But the fallacy of it all is that, yes, religion, Christianity doesn't allow that in the South. And yet, the average Southern man with 10 girlfriends, you know, so you don't, the irony is so stark. I love my culture, my culture as I know it, not as they're trying to dilute it now. You know, I love culture. Igbo culture is wonderful, and should be promoted the way it has always been. But even looking at that, look at even your population in Nigeria. Just look at the economy of marriages, what I call economy of marriages. you as an Igbo man, you were one wife, and maybe you have 4 children. Onye Ugu were 4 wives. Each wife were 5 children. That's how many? 25 children. In the next 10 years, 20 years, you can look at the population. Just imagine the population of Onyugu, Ndiogu, and Ndibo, what it will be in the next 20 years. The population will be like 1 to 5, isn't it? Because of the disparity. Assuming that we are the same now. I'm just saying, but we are not. The gap is getting bigger and bigger. And Igbos will never catch up. Because